Hello, we're team number 1. We are Evelyn, Arturo, Isabella, Lorena, Cecilia, and Carla. This is our assignment number 6, which is about competitive technology.
For today's agenda, we will see what is competitive technology, competitive intelligence tools, technology watching cycle, competitive technology examples, competitive intelligence as an engineer activity, and the conclusion.
What is competitive technology? Competitive technology is any system, program, hardware, or software developed that is ready to be commercialized, which could be used by a third party to compete with the licensed products in form, fit, function, or performance within the field of use. Technology can be seen as a competitive weapon. Companies that exploit technology will have three conditions in common. The first one is top management orientation, which means a majority of the top managers responsible for running the company or business have technical education and work experience in their companies. The second one is project selection criteria. Managers allocate funds among projects that will support and maintain their technological leaderships in specified areas. And lastly, there is systems and structure. The decision-making system and structure of the company reinforce the priority given to technological matters in two ways. The first way is the company systems provide a close connection between business and technological decision-making. And the second one is the systems and structure for decision-making on technological matters are consistent with the company's other systems.
Nowadays, the internet provides us different free instruments that help us to forward think, help us plan, and help us grow. Here, I will mention 6 different competitive intelligence tools. The first one is called Crunchbase. Crunchbase helps startups to big companies, and this tool is an excellent resource for starting your competitive intelligence research. The next one is called Euler. Euler allows you to view a snapshot of all the key details for your competitors and compare them to easily identify indirect and emerging competitors in your market. On Euler, you can also subscribe to daily email alerts. The next one is TalkWalker. TalkWalker allows you to capture not just what your competitors are doing and saying, but also what it is being said about them. The next one is called Visual Ping. Visual Ping lets you set up highly targeted alerts for changes on your competitor websites. You can follow changes to dynamic content like news and promotions, or more subtle changes like a new page added in the navigation menu to capture and assess changes in your competitor's messaging. Here are another 2 competitive intelligence tools. The first one is SimilarWeb. SimilarWeb gives us insights into the performance of your competitors' websites. SimilarWeb provides a sneak peek into online competitive landscape. SpyFu focuses on the performance of your website as part of your overall competitive marketing. SpyFu works when you are focused on improving your SEO, which stands for Search Engine Optimization, and organic search traffic, and want to understand how you compare to your competition in online search traffic. Here you can see 2 examples of the websites. The first one is SimilarWeb, and the next one is Crunchbase.
As heard before, this turning of all the information gathered with the technology watching, starting with the analysis into knowledge, is what it's all about. A good technology watching process must provide us with information about the being researched in a specific field, solutions available, emerging trends, dynamic of technologies, research lines and technology trends in main competitor companies, research centers, teams, leaders, and generation of technologies able of transferring that technology. This information is not only valuable when planning an innovation project, but it's an invaluable piece of information when planning the company's business strategy. Understanding as such the election after the complete analysis of the competence and the near future, the areas where the company will act, the intensify and the nature of this activity. But what are the advantages of technology watching? The main advantage would be having a management tool that will allow access to precise information in the right movement about the main outcomes and technological news, as well as all those movements that might affect the future of the company.
Every company with spirit in strategic planning should have in mind every single change that can affect their business. Some of the reasons why a company should practice technology watching are the following: cooperation to meet new partners, anticipate to detect changes, innovation for detecting new solutions and ideas, progress to detect new opportunities, and risk reduction to detect threats. Companies that use technology watching will improve their business, adding value to their products and services, and also reducing the risk of having an eventual business failure.
Competitive technology intelligence examples. Our first example is the sports industry. The sport industry is one of the most competitive in the world, and recently the ability to process and interpret external data has been a big success factor for organizations around the world. Some of the sports team with not a high budget, they always doing a good competitive technology intelligence to always keep on their top on their specific league. Our second example is the Japanese automobile industry analysis of the US automobile market in the 1970s. High gasoline prices and smaller families created a demand in the United States for smaller, more fuel-efficient cars. Japanese automakers employed competitive intelligence methods to determine this trend and then made manufacturing decisions based on it, beating the US Big Three to market with a high-quality, fuel-efficient cars.
Competitive intelligence as an engineer activity. Professor Callaos defined engineer as the development of new knowledge, doing things with the use of new techniques, and using new methods of work with the aim to create new useful products or services. Therefore, to the engineer, competitive intelligence means assessing the competitiveness of his or her own designs and trying to understand where a market is going, who the key players will be, and which technologies will dominate. The intelligence process goes beyond reverse engineering, which is merely a tool for determining the technologies currently used in a competing product. And for the conclusion, we can say that competitive intelligence is one of the most useful tools for strategic analysis because it provides, analyzes, and distributes information, knowledge, and intelligence throughout the organization. The importance given to CI has been based on offensive and defensive activities implemented in the company. The information provided to the organization by the CI, properly treated, generates intelligence on which to base strategic planning and decision making, and with an impact on organizational performance.